You are tired in the bustling city. Have you also fantasized about another life? The couple want to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city. Luminous Savings bought 20,000 square meters of land. Do it yourself and spend 3 years. A wasteland that no one cares about. Create a warm haven that belongs to them alone. This is Mr. and Mrs. Symes from France. In order to have their own home, the two bought the land in front of them. Covers a total of 20,000 square meters. There are also a few dilapidated outbuildings on it. When the wife slowly opened the door of the farmhouse, the scene inside is also shocking. It's not too much to say that you've been bombarded. Compared to the outside, it's just not panicking. Obviously, there is no need to save. Fortunately, but to have no plans to transform. After all, this land is theirs now. That's not to do whatever you want. The wife found a treasure with good feng shui. Decided to build their new home right here. I saw that Sima first marked the ground. Plan out the general scope required to build the house. Then shake the excavator. Follow the markings just planned. Dig trenches in the ground to dig out the foundation. In order to prevent the trouble of later rework, the drainage pipe needs to be arranged in advance. And then we put in the steel frame to fill the ditch with concrete. And then you're going to hit it with a tool. Quickly eliminate bubbles in the structure. The temperature in summer is very hot. To prevent the concrete from cracking, to cool the surface with water. And then you build the walls with bricks, due to the consideration of robustness. After completing the first layer, every distance, rebar is inserted into the bricks. The bottom should also be repainted with cement, to better integrate with the foundation. The period must be measured with a level time. Make sure each brick is at the same height. With a solid wall foundation, the rest of the job becomes easy. Just put the bricks on top of it layer by layer. After the brick wall reaches the artist's height, you can pour it with concrete, filled inside of the hollow brick, in order to spend as little money as possible. Sim was immediately transported to Kiel with a cart. Leveling the ground, thanks to the advanced installation of sewer pipes, makes the follow-up work a lot easier. Then put on a layer of moisture-proof cloth, and put the steel mesh that was prepared in advance on it, before the master worker leaves. Just right for the ground to also complete the hardening work. After the concrete is completely solidified, the couple assemble the frame out of wooden planks, attach it to a brick wall. Rebar is punched into the bottom for fixing, further increase the height of the wall. And it's not because the bricks are expensive, but to make it easier to build the roof later. At the same time, it can also play a role in dispersing pressure, increase the stability of the overall structure. And they cut the planks, assemble the roof frame on the ground first. Then with the help of a toy car, move it bit by bit to the wall. After the surroundings are fixed with bolts, the couple measures the other side, find the center point and mark it. Dig down the chicken pit with a shovel. Unexpectedly, the dog also helped a lot. Then pour concrete into it. Pour the foundation of the load-bearing column in advance. Take advantage of the time to dry. The couple made the rest of the frame. The concrete is completely solidified in the next day. The two work together to install the force master. Since each beam weighs hundreds of caddies, it cannot be moved manually. We need to harness the power of machinery to transfer its taproot. And then the beam is cornered, so that the boat can be firmly stuck in it. Same operation on the other side. With fixed, good general framework, you can take the European pine board for ceiling. Then the two who were worried, the joints have been reinforced. Then cover the outer wall with a waterproof part. The midday sun is very spicy. It's a little overwhelming for both of them to work. In addition to paving the roof with ozone boards, the rest of the work they do below. I didn't expect the weather outside to change. The two just waterproofed one side of the roof. It's raining lightly in the sky. Wait until the rain clears up. Sim also hurry up and finish the other side. Even if it hails now, can't hurt the hut in the slightest. Do you think it's almost over? In fact, it's just the beginning. This is mainly used as a garage. The two of them laid the foundation not far away. This is where they really live. In the wife's plan, he divided the residential area into two parts. On one side is the living room and kitchen. The larger ones are divided into bedrooms and bathrooms. The two rooms are connected by an aisle. The roof continues to have a double-pitched structure, but with previous experience, although it seems a bit complicated, let the couple understand all the steps. The movements in the hands have also become more and more skilled. In less than a week, it's a very strong build. From a distance, it looks like a maze. When the concrete is poured, since he still plans to build a basement, in addition to leveling the ground, and we have to use planks to hold the frame in place, plan out the various areas of the basement. Finished arranging the door frame, the location for future entrances and exits, then you can start the construction of the above ground part. The first is to install the joists on the floor, and having all around with planks. And then you just lay on the bottom, you know, the European pine boards. Just the right size to get stuck in the gap between each joist. Then you can fill it with thermal insulation cotton. Do basic insulation work for the ground. Only when you're done can you cover it again with the European pine board. It can be seen that compared to the previous garage construction, this time the process will be much more cumbersome. Wait until the platform is completely closed. The planks can be assembled the next day, cooled down, as a frame for the wall. If you encounter something beyond the reach of manpower, use the power of a tractor. This is how foreigners build houses. Problems that can be solved with wood. They would never use bricks. The advantages and disadvantages of this approach are also very obvious. The disadvantage is that the body is brittle and not resistant to manufacturing. The later corrosion is more serious. But it is also true that the molding is fast and the processing period is short. Someone else's workload for 3 months. The couple can complete it in half a month. Although there are mistakes in the middle, but the end result is close to nothing. Then the sheet can be cut according to the size. Completely cover the wall frame. The next day, with the help of a crane, after installing the most difficult beams on the roof, the rest of the job is much easier. From the covering of the waterproof part to the installation of the boat, Xiaowu gradually took shape in their hands. It's not so much a construction. Rather, it is a sketch and carving of the future life. Every step carries their expectations of beauty, although there will be severe storms during the process. But like a beautiful rainbow after the rain, all the magic will eventually turn into a gift. With the waterproofing of the exterior wall, it's rare for the two of them to relax. After all, ever since I got this dog, I spend less and less time with my wife. The next morning, Simu installed a small door next to the garage, and they're going to start installing the panels. But before that, wooden slats need to be fixed on the outside, thanks to the card slot that comes with the plate, so that he can assemble it very easily. After cutting to the appropriate length, you can cover it on the wall. In the afternoon, there were snowflakes in the sky. The two had no choice but to speed up their movements. Install color steel tiles on the roof. Wait until the rain clears up, and they put a back channel under the eaves. Make the rainwater flow more concentrated to the ground. Then the two continued to install the wall panels. Cover the rest. In order to accelerate the progress of construction, Xinlu also specially invited friends to help. In the name of allowing people to experience life, they want free labor. When it's done, it's getting late. I won't keep them down for dinner for now. Left over to tile the roof. Sim and his wife were also able to do it with ease. With the exterior of the garage completed, to increase the storage space of the utility room, the two added shelves to the inside. It is very convenient to store tools for daily use. Then you can rest assured to carry out the renovation of the residential area. Considering the strength of the machine, it needs to be backfilled later. To avoid being corroded by the moisture underground, it needs to be on the surface of the wall first. Brush on moisture-proof and anti-corrosive asphalt paint. Accidentally brushed it on the dog's head. And then we have to harden the floor at the entrance. After drying, build the retaining wall with bricks, so that you can enter and exit the basement at any time in the future. The pear blossoms in front of the door are very beautiful. Husband and wife have no time to appreciate. They were busy laying this drainage board on the machine wall. In addition to further increasing the moisture resistance effect, the space formed by the raised above, it can also effectively channel the flow of water. Avoid standing water. Then the excavator can be shaken. Fill the front and back of the house with soil. Considering the concession fee of 200 a day, Sim directs the workers by the way. They dug out the drainage ditches, then put a water pipe in it. The other end leads directly to the door. The pond has really achieved that the fat and water do not flow out of the field, seeing that the hut has been filled and leveled around. In your spare time, neither forget, repair your own 20,000 square meters of land. It turns out that having a big career is sometimes a kind of trouble. This feeling is really enviable, but it's not going to happen overnight. The most urgent task at hand, it is to improve the wooden house as soon as possible. Benefit from a pre-reserved framework. Just cut along the edge. You can open a regular window frame, then continue to do the same. Handle the rest of the window frames. The front has the best view. The area of the window opening must be large enough. Make sure the sunlight can pass through the hall smoothly, and then you can install the windows. Wait for the Unicom small door to be installed together. Now the cottage finally has the appearance of home, since there was no place to store it at the beginning, causing many goods to accumulate indoors. In order to create more space for renovations, so that to plan to insulate the room first, filling the walls with mountains of rock wool. However, I think the weather has been cloudy and sunny in recent days. It looks like it could rain at any time. The couple decided, or cover the exterior with planks first. After all, it's all previous projects, and there was no difficulty in doing it again. Just a few seconds of each shot. It takes a whole day. Only they know the hard work during the period, but the two never complained about it. Perhaps this is what true love looks like. And then we'll trim the plank. Let the roof also have a square shape. After installing a diversion groove under the eaves, then you can start installing the tiles. After this period of practice, the wife is now able to take care of herself. Sim just needs to transport the tiles up. You can leave the rest of the work to your wife. If you encounter an inappropriate place, you need to use tools to make the same shape, to install it tightly. After completion, to prevent rain from seeping into the gaps in the walls, also install hemming at the eaves. Now the hut has issued a scale. The couple are happy. In order to make the living environment better, Sim bought many flower seedlings from the town. transplant it into the grass next to the hut. Wait for the beautiful flowers to bloom in the coming year. I'm sure it will be a different scene here, considering that when I returned to the field foundation before, the surrounding soil has been hollowed out in order to avoid the collapse of the excavated soil slope. The couple found many stones. A retaining wall is built around the earth slope, although there is no adhesive, but its robustness, even dancing on it is not a problem. And the next day it was cloudy outside. The wind was blowing. In the blink of an eye it began to rain. Fortunately, the waterproofing of the wooden house is solid enough. Don't worry about rain leaks at all. Considering that this weather is not suitable for working outside, the couple decided to start renovating the interior. To expand the use of internal space, the two decided to build another attic. After all, my wife still dreams of having a football team. They started by fixing planks on either side of the wall. Install the corner code at a certain distance above. Secure the joists of the floor. Don't look at the wife's usual weakness, but it's not ambiguous to carry the wood. Compared to Sam, it is also indistinguishable. After it is fixed with bolts, you can cover it with European pine boards. Fortunately, the area of the attic is not large, and Sim could do it all by himself. And then we cut off the excess. Keep the whole on the same level. The next day a winter snow came quietly. The temperature also dropped to freezing point. Fortunately, dogs are natural. Fur can run freely in the snow. Seeing that winter has arrived, Sim also had to speed up his movements. After rigorous cutting of the extension, fill it into the mounting compartment of the roof for insulation. There are still a lot of materials left from the previous purchase. Let Sim operate without any worries at all. Just be careful, you need to do a good job of facial protection. There's a risk of lung disease. Considering that the first floor is far from up to standard, and then Sim started filling the second floor, it seems that he is really going to retire here. After all, the surrounding area is sparsely populated, and the scenery is beautiful. It's really a great place to enjoy life. Wait until the roof is well insulated. The leftover scraps can't be wasted. Fill in the gaps between the walls. Leave no opportunity for the cold wind. Then cover the outside with a moisture-proof film. Further increase the indoor ceiling effect. It also protects the spindle from moisture. At the end of a day's work, Sam is so tired that he just wants to lie down. Unexpectedly, my wife still works hard to show off her dancing skills. The next day, the two of them install dragons and tigers in the room. It is convenient to seal the wall necks, and as the weather gets warmer, outside of work every day, Sam will also call his father-in-law along. Help yourself take care of the land around you. In the process, they also stumbled upon a well of water. So Sim crashes the machine and assembles the pump, and we drop it into the well. As the pump starts to work, cool well water gushes out at the other end. Although it is not up to drinking standards, but it's good news for both of them. After all, are they also landlords now? Having water means you can open up wasteland for farming. The next day, Simu assembled several vegetable beds, and collected a lot of dead trees nearby. Fill it into the vegetable bed as the first layer. Mainly plays the role of loosening and breathability. Then we can fill the surface with nutrient soil. Dry straw and a mulch. This can effectively inhibit the growth of weeds, since neither of them has much experience. This time, plant some good survival plants. And things like peppermint, side dishes like rosemary. Of course, there are also his wife's favorite strawberries. In order to prevent the destruction of the hard cultivated vegetable fields, the two plan to install guardrails around. Thanks to the help of the drilling machine, lets him save the trouble of manually punching pits. Just stick sticks around the hut. The blank space is then filled with barbed wire. Leave small doors at the front and rear for easy entry and exit. With the arrival of drywall the next day, then you can start the ceiling of the room. After cutting the sheet to the appropriate size, secure directly to the keel with a nail gun. During the period, pay attention to combing the indoor bus. Hide the wiring in the ceiling in advance. Avoid the trouble of restarting the counterattack later. Then install hot and cold water pipes along the wall. I didn't expect this kit to be an all-powerful princess. Not only is the carpentry amazing, you can even run water and electricity throughout the house. But it's not over yet. The outside needs to be covered with another layer of thermal insulation cotton. After that, the wall panels can be installed. In order to make the most of every inch of space, the thin mother is fixed with steel pipes to fix the partition. Divide the interior into different rooms, not just a bedroom for two. The bathroom should also be separated from wet and dry. Then the plate can be taken and sealed, since this part of the wall is indoors. Therefore, there is no need for additional insulation. Just fix the gypsum board directly. Couples want to be truly comfortable here. Electricity consumption, definitely one of the criteria for testing the quality of life. In order to pay less or even no electricity bills in the future, 12 solar panels were installed alone. Completely solved the problem of electricity consumption in wooden houses. And as the interiors are covered with drywall, as an aspiring young man, Sim is going to start with the toilet renovation. Lay waterproof tiles on the floor first, in order to prevent the drywall from being occupied by mold. The walls also need to be waterproof. Waiting for the toilet to dry, the letter mother installs a switch on the exposed wiring. Then prepare the mortar. Fill in the gaps in the drywall. I have to polish it with a mat. Smooth the raised part of the surface. Then the walls can be painted with putty. White is the most durable color. It also tests the patience of the operator. The force on the hand must be maintained at a constant speed throughout. Cover the roller to every corner as much as possible. Then follow with a spatula. Make sure there's no favoritism. With some of the details in place, even if the interior painting is officially completed, it also looks a lot more spacious than before. The next day, there were snowflakes in the sky. Another year has passed since the wooden house was renovated. In order to move into a new home as soon as possible, the two also moved to the cabinet early in the morning, although you need to assemble it yourself. But this is a piece of cake for Sim. Finally, install the refrigerator and other kitchen appliances. You won't have to sleep outside in the future. And then they filled the toilet. From now on, say goodbye to the troubles of Asian peers. Benefit from being prepared in advance. Make the installation of the sewage pipe very easy. Just pay attention to the tilt at a certain angle, to be smoother in the gliding room. Then install the water meter and water filter. Turn on the switch and you can taste wild tap water. To make the wooden house more stylish, and Sim installed light strips under the eaves. It wasn't that outstanding. Immediately after night falls, it becomes luxurious. Homestay. The next day, the two of them installed a floor drain in the bathroom, as the hardest hit area for water use. The ground must be poured in all directions with cement. After drying, lay a layer of moisture-proof pad, then lay out the wiring of the electric heating. Finally, the waterproof tiles can be pasted. While the bathroom floor is still dry, Sim installed a light fixture on the ceiling, so you don't have to do your homework in the dark at night, in order to highlight the layering of the bathroom. And for the walls, he made this particular choice of tiles in different styles. Then install the shower and other utensils. Now I can finally take a 66-degree hot bath. Considering the problem of indoor heating, the ground should also be laid with floor heating first. For the safety of the two of them, it needs to be covered with another layer of insulation to start installing wooden floors. After the floor is laid, and finally, we put little doors in every room. Now you only need to move in daily furniture. The two can officially move into their new home.